Yo, what's up guys, AOC Dino here and welcome to a new video. Today as well at my girlfriend's place, I had this recording from my phone. I was playing on my phone while I was at my girlfriend's place. And yeah, just a few battles again. I'm gonna commentate over them. Obviously cannot do live recording because I was playing on my phone. So I'm gonna do some post battle recording. Hope you guys will enjoy these kind of videos as well. I can go more in depth on the turns, just doing it this way, which some other players that like to learn might be able to take a lot from. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this team, you can check it out on Patreon. It's still the Volcarona Espion team I was messing around with and changing the sets a lot of times. Yeah, looking at our opponent's team, it's quite offensive because Rodham might be the only one that can be considered a wall unless he's using a defensive scissor or a Garchomp, maybe Togekiss. But overall, quite an offensive team. Togekiss definitely scary always. It's gonna always be scary because my way of killing Togekiss is with Weavile, but he has 1, 2, 3 ice type resists. And one of them could have Pursuit. So it's definitely a tough one. But if I can get up my rocks, because Gastrodon might easily be able to get up rocks because it can punish Rodham with Toxic. Then we can go pretty far. For his rocker, it's either Mamoswine or Garchomp. If Garchomp is the rocker, then Mamoswine could be choiced, so that we gotta watch out for that one. He can be Metronome too. But yeah, my Volcarona overall looks pretty decent against this team. Especially if I weaken Garchomp a bit, but overall I think I need to get rid of Togekiss to get the most out of this game. And Mamoswine can definitely be scary though, just like in the other game, because my Volcarona gets 2-hit KO'd by Earthquake. So we gotta be a bit mindful. I think I start this game up with my Gliscor. It still matches up really decently. If he leads up with Mamoswine, we can protect to scout. He leads up with Garchomp, which might indicate that he has Stealth Rock. So Garchomp cannot really one-hit KO me. So I think I just click Spike here. He clicks Flamethrower. Don't burn me. And I hit him up with the Toxic, which is really nice. Because he shot Flamethrower, I don't see leftovers. He might be Draco Meteor. So what I decided to do is bring in my Mandibuzz, because this covers Stealth Rock and this covers Draco. And he decided to just drop a Draco on me, but he's still gonna take the poison damage. And he did take life orb damage. Never mind. And now I can just roost. If Mamoswine comes in, we are healthy enough to live an Icicle Crash. He decides to bring in the Rotom. And I don't think I want this Mandibuzz to get tricked on. So I might just bring in my Gastro anyway. If it's not tricked, then obviously that's best case. And he tries to Volt Switch on me. And yeah, I had Toxic Yawn in this. Like I was really messing around. And I get up my rocks, which is gonna help a lot. He didn't go straight into the Togekiss, which is good for me. And I just went into my Volcarona here. Obviously, in case if he U-turns or if he Swords Dance, it's gonna be nice. Just U-turn into my Volk, and we don't get the Flame Body. Fortunately, they always get it on me. But I have Volcarona in, and he has Togekiss in. Let's see, how do I play this? Do I go hard Weavile here? I did, okay. So I did go hard Weavile. I didn't want him setting up. I saw leftovers. And he does go for the Calm Mind there. So I don't die to +1 Air Slash. I think I just click Spear. He does go into the Rotom. And I'm surprisingly doing quite some damage to him. And he's not leftovers. So this kind of indicates to me that he might be scarfed. I think I decided to bring in my Gliscor, because if he tricks me, I just need to get rid of this Rotom and it's gonna open up a lot for me. He does go for the defog there. So maybe Scarf defog, he didn't trick or try to trick or anything. So spike up here. Oh, I clicked Toxic. Did I click Toxic for it? No. Don't remember what I was thinking at that time, but I Earthquake now because I want damage on Scizor, because Scizor is one of the Ice type resistors, and he actually clicked Aerial Ace, and that's definitely Choice Banded. From here, I decided to just spike up, but he just clicks Aerial Ace again. Like my opponent is just clicking right now, but I should be able to click Protect. I have the Spike going for me, helps a lot. Goes into Rotom, and I can click Protect again. As he tries to defog, and I think I stay in here. But we cannot be certain that he is Choice Scarfed. So I think the safe play is to go Gastro, yeah. Because we can always just click Rocks here. I got damage on Scizor, which is really nice, and if I can get up Rocks again, then clicking Icicle Spear later, it's gonna be really valuable. And he goes into Garchomp, and from here I think I just go into my Mandibuzz, into my Espeon. I don't really need Espeon for anything, because Garchomp's taking Life Orb damage as well. Because if he kills my Espeon, I can pursue trap him with Weavile. And he just Dracos. Doing a lot of damage, of course, but he's gonna take the Life Orb chip. And I think I just wish here. I could Protect, but if by wishing here, oh, I did Protect. Because I could have wished as well there. Because if he killed me, his Garchomp would die, and then I wouldn't need Espeon to bounce back to Rocks anyway. But I didn't, so I guess that's fine. I wish here, and he wasn't Choice Scarfed, so maybe he's Choice Specs. However, I wish on his defog, which helps, because now I can click Psychic really freely, get my HP back. And if he switches out, then we know he's choiced. So probably Specs. I get up my Psychic against Serperior, and I did so much, so that kind of surprised me. But I think I just go into Volcarona here anyway. I went to Mandibuzz. Why did I go Mandibuzz? To U-turn? I think I like the Volcarona play more, but I can understand me not going Volcarona because I want to keep Volcarona healthy against the Mamoswine, so I'll make this play instead. Which is fine. Yeah, I guess this play is fine too, because Garchomp is low. Scizor is pretty low as well, and we have Gliscor in the back. And then I keep my Volcarona healthy. But I should be able to go into my Weavile. And I don't think we need to click Pursue there. Like, we still have Volcarona in the back for this guy, and he dies to Psychic, so I just Spear. I want to damage whatever he brings in on me. And we damage the Rotom Wash, which is really nice. 1, 2, 3. The next Icicle Spear is not going to be enough. So I go back into Gastro. And I don't know if this is the moment he clicks Trick. He doesn't, he clicks Volt Switch, so he's most likely locked, meaning I can get up my Rocks again. And he clicks Pain Split. Oh, he wasn't Choice, so this guy's been bluffing the hell out of it. So I'm really curious what kind of item he has there, because he didn't activate Citrus or anything. He's Pain Split. Or does he have Lumberry? But yeah, I click Stealth as he clicks Defog. And now he's gonna get hit by my Toxic, and I can just get up rocks again. But it's really good that we know that this Rotom is not choice or anything. Yeah, I get up my rocks here. Pretty helpful. Mandibuzz is now really low, and I don't really want to switch in Volcarona on Aerial Ace, so I decided to bring in Mandibuzz. He's gonna take Rocky Helmet damage. From here, Mandibuzz is not gonna stop Mamoswine, so he does Aerial Ace onto me. And I don't know if I let this die, because Gliscor might get 2-hit KO'd. But if I let this die, I can go into Volcarona next and click Fairy Dance. And I don't really think I need to defog with Mandibuzz, just for the fact that I have a full HP Espion versus his Garchomp. So he stays in as well. Yeah, I think I just go into Volcarona here. Because it gives me leftovers recovery too. And against the Rotom Wash, I can probably just Quiver Dance in his face. And I do get a special attack boost too. So this might just be a Volcarona sweep. Because he goes into Garchomp. But I think I just go for the Espion because I don't necessarily need to sweep from here, and I don't need to risk a Volcarona dying to a crit. There is the crit. That was a predicted crit there. And I probably just click Wish here, right? Or Psychic. Because the reason we don't protect there is he's gonna die to the Life Orb anyway. And from this HP, this Mamoswine is gonna kill me anyway. I'm not gonna beat Togekiss 1v1. And Superior is gonna get a free boost on me, so yeah, I think I actually would click Psychic at that position in case he swap. The Garchomp is dead now, and this is looking really good for Volcarona. I think I go Weavile though, because I don't want Togekiss coming in. I can Night Slash the Rotom. I beat Weavile. I can Night Slash the Rotom, but I'm not gonna. Of course, not from here. I can just go into Gastro and keep up my rocks forever against this. He always clicks Defog. Because ideally, guys, I want to get up my rocks before Togekiss comes in. But the beautiful thing about Yawn in this case is that Togekiss can never set up on me. Because I just click Yawn, and if he ever clicks Calm Mind or whatever, he cannot heal Bell. He cannot heal Bell asleep unless he has Sleep Talk into Heal Bell. That can basically guarantee me a free turn. But now I'm gonna bring him a Volcarona. And I think I just Quiver Dance here. Because if we Quiver Dance here, and he doesn't glare me, it's basically I outspeed Mamoswine most likely. This should be a free Quiver. Because it's gonna be the same thing. If he Dragon Pulses, if I click Fairy Dance, he's gonna die. But with the Quiver Dance, I outspeed him, he's gonna die as well. But now, instead of him being knocked out on the previous turn, I would get leftovers. I get a free boost, and I will get extra leftovers. But I'm gonna Fairy Dance here. I don't want him clicking Glare on me now because I got the boost. And he actually swapped into the Rotom. And let's see if we can get a boost there. Because if we can get a boost there, it's gonna be huge. Because I'll be able to kill the Mamoswine as well with my. I will be able to kill the Mamoswine with my Bug Buzz. And since Rotom isn't dead here, I can get another free Fairy Dance off. could have roosted as well, but if I can get a boost there, then the game is over because Togekiss cannot stop me. Him swapping out there was really helpful. But yeah, I guess I could have technically set up on the Rotom before. But yeah, from here he's just gonna get swept. It's nothing. He's not gonna stop this Volcarona. I already got too many boosts. He decides to bring in Togekiss. And I just click Fairy Dance again. I got so many boosts to the point where Togekiss should be dying here. The Fairy Dance is such a cheap move. Look, I'm getting another boost. As Superior comes in, and yeah, that's just the point to forfeit, I guess. There's literally nothing Syrup does, and he does forfeit. And Volcarona sweeps that game, which is really good. So, yeah, for that one, obviously I was a bit afraid of Togekiss, because we were in a Calm Mind War. But what I thought he would do, what I thought he would try to attempt is, whenever I get in Gastrodon, use my Gastrodon as setup fodder for the Togekiss, and then I could have thrown off the Yawn, which could have been really helpful. But yeah, we have one other game here. I believe this was against a high rank player. Looking at that team, there's a Porygon, but other than that, it looks really offensive. So what I think the strategy behind this team is, using this is a bit of bulky offensive team. Not necessarily hyper offense, but using Porygon to teleport into threats like Infernape, Garchomp, Dragonite, Gengar, while Porygon also counters walls like Gyarados and Dragonite. It's basically what he's looking for, to teleport plays. But looking at this team, Garchomp is most likely the potential Stealth Rocker. So we don't have to fear too much from the Garchomp, as we can use Espeon for the Garchomp. And on our team offensively, Icicle Spear is really deadly because his only resistance is Infernape, while he has quadruple weaknesses on it. When Gengar is going to take a lot of damage. Superior is weak to Icicle Spear. Porygon can take a few, so we definitely want to be damaging him a bit. But unless Infernape is defensive, Weavile can definitely take over this game. Psychic from Espeon is going to be decent too, and Volcarona is going to have a tough time in this one. There's a Dragonite, there's a Garchomp, there's an Infernape, so don't expect much from the Volcarona. I guess we use Volcarona to commit onto the Superior, so that he cannot get out of hand. And if Porygon dies, his whole team will fall apart to my team, because I have defensive checks for pretty much everything. Like Mandibuzz checks the Dragonite and Infernape, Gastrodon can check the Gengar, and Mandibuzz checks the rest. Volcarona checks Superior. Gliscor checks his Garchomp as well if Espeon doesn't do it. But yeah, let's hit that play button, guys. And yeah, lead wise, I'm probably gonna lead off with my Gliscor, because Gliscor just matches up really well against his team. I can get off of a free Protect too, which is gonna make it much easier. He leads up with the Porygon too. Yeah, he was high ranked. Sure, I think I looked up his ranking here on my phone. I sometimes do this just to check out their win rate and see what kind of players they are. If I see a lot of games and a low win rate, then I know they're just clicking buttons usually, and he's ranked 58. I'm gonna Protect here as he reveals Tri Attack, which makes me wonder if he has Ice Beam or Thunderbolt. I made a really aggressive play here by clicking the Toxic. Gliscor can definitely be good against this team. It also checks Gengar, but the reason I definitely risk dying to an Ice Beam here. But first of all, I don't think I died to Ice Beam because he wasn't, or was he download? Hold up. Was he download? I think it was download. Send up Porygon. Let me check. Sorry guys about this. Okay, it was download. He rose a special, so I could have died to Nice Beam there. But the reason I click Toxic is I don't see any heal bellers or anything. He doesn't have a way to remove the Toxic. And the moment I do poison him, Weavile becomes insane. Because I click Icicle Spear and he's gonna have to deal with the poison damage. If I get up hazards as well against him, like if I get up rocks, which my Gastron can easily do, then Weavile is gonna take over this game. You always gotta think about value and what you need to win this game. If I get the Toxic off, I get a lot of value. My Gliscor dies, but what does Gliscor do in this game that the others cannot do? Garchomp can still be checked by Mandibuzz and Espeon. Gengar can still be checked by the Gastrodon and the Mandibuzz. His Dragonite still gets checked by Mandibuzz. His Volcarona still gets checked by my Volcarona, right? And if Infernape has HP Ice, then Mandibuzz is still a better check. So the others can do the job as well, but if I can land this Toxic on him, it's gonna be really nice. That's why I risked dying to Nice Beam. Just for the opportunity to poison this. But he just went for the second try attack. Maybe anticipated my Gastrodon to come in, which was really helpful. I also don't see a real Defogger on his team unless Superior is a Defogger. But I get off a free Protect here regardless. And let the poison damage rack up. As he teleports onto me. And that's what I meant about the build of his team. He's just gonna teleport. But there's nothing that really 1v1s my Gliscor on his team unless Dragonite has Ice Beam. Superior can definitely be annoying. So what I'll do here, I always go Volcarona. I'm not clicking Toxic because he can use Substitute. And if he does use Substitute, I get off my Bug Buzz against him, which he doesn't switch in too well against. He does end up going for Sub, dissipating my Gliscor to do anything. And yeah, I just throw up my Bug Buzz here. Or Fairy Dance is nice too. Fairy Dance could be nice too. But Bug Buzz hits Garchomp as well. Yeah, Dragonite resists both anyway. Might as well go for the strongest attack. So I think we should go for the Bug Buzz. Yeah, we do. And that's quite some damage, but that did nothing to this Garchomp, which indicates to me that he's most likely bulky with Stealth Rock. So we're gonna go into Espeon here. Obviously never allowing him to get up his hazards. As he does go for rocks, and that's so disrespectful. And that's why it's always good to look at the damage you're doing, because that Bug Buzz should have done way more if that was an offensive Garchomp. But I assume that Garchomp was most likely max HP. Or with a lot of HP. So he... and because he was running that bulk, he doesn't really have the damage to kill Espeon. So I really made a lot of use out of this. And I think I think going for Wish here is the safest play. And him being faster as well is also going to be really helpful. I'm not sure if I go for Psychic here. Maybe I go for Protect. But Psychic should be fine too. He does swap out there. Goes into the Serp. I'm pretty sure I click Psychic here, but let's see how much this does. About half. Look at how low Superior is. Of course, we don't want to let Espeon get too low, because if we stay into Leaf Storm... Do I stay in? Okay, I do stay in. I think going Volcarona there was better. That's a bit of a misplay. Like, he dies here. But the reason is taking that Leaf Storm means I cannot switch into Garchomp anymore. And I just lost half my HP. So I think that was a bit of a misplay on my end. I should always just go into my Volcarona there. Maybe I stayed in with the thought of that he cannot click Glare on me. But yes, Superior dies now. Because with Superior gone, Volcarona is not really useful. Like, I mean, Volcarona can set up on the Oregon, but it's not gonna be Dragonite. Because since I'm using Fairy Dance Bug Buzz, he's just gonna Dragon Dance on me. But yeah, having Espeon on this HP kinda sucks. ain't gonna lie. Because that Garchomp might be toxic. Yeah, Porygon comes in and I'm not sure if he... Oh, he did get the special attack boost, so that's a bit unfortunate. I think we always protect here just to get a bit of HP back. As he clicks Try Attack again. And from here, I'm pretty sure I just go for the Baton Pass. Or do I wish? I might wish because my speed def is pretty decent. So I think Try Attack should only do like 50, even at +1. Did a bit more, but I still got leftovers and we're wearing down this Porygon. But I also kept something else in mind by making this play. Because remember, if Porygon dies, look at how weak he's going to be to Weavile. He only has the Infernape for my Weavile, but if that's an offensive Infernape, then it's gonna be really tough for him. And with Porygon gone as well, my Gliscor suddenly becomes a god against this team. So I might just click Psychic here. Because I can easily click Protect. So he might just click Recover right there. He does click Recover, anticipating. Because if he didn't click Recover and he clicked Try Attack, he still takes that poison damage. And then Porygon cannot come in on Weavile anymore. So, but in this scenario, I got the HP back. And I got the damage as well on him. And I click Wish again. And we basically repeat the same thing here. He clicks Try Attack. I know this is really scary because he can obviously freeze me, he can burn me. Can do all of that. But now since the poison did rack up a lot, I might just go for the Protect. But honestly, I don't need to. But since the poison does so much to him, and he teleports, yeah, so if I didn't Protect there, I would have gotten value. A lot of value. But Porygon is still too low to switch into Weavile. And I get HP back on Espion, so that's still gonna be good. So the only scary thing here is if he goes Gengar and clicks Substitute. But I still have a full HP Gliscor, which I can use to beat Gengar. Because unless Gengar has Icy Wind or Hidden Power Ice with Nasty Blood, he cannot kill my my Gliscor. So let's see how he plays this. He does go into the Gengar here. We're gonna look at his HP. We're gonna look at his HP. Does he get Black Sludge? I get leftovers. He doesn't get anything, so he might be choiced. So I wonder who I go into. I do go Gliscor here and figure out if he specs. I do have 2 Dark types, so if he clicks Shadow Ball and turn out to be specs, could be something. That's not specs, so that's really good for us. And do I just Earthquake here? There's really no drawback of clicking Earthquake here. But maybe I spike up, we'll see. The reason I said maybe I'm spiking up is because that's just gonna put Porygon into the ground, because everything aside from my Gastrodon is faster than Porygon. So if Porygon is going to guarantee dive versus me, and now I click Toxic on this. I have an Espion in the back. If he clicks Rocks on me, it's whatever. But he reveals Dragon Tail, so this was indeed a defensive one. And yeah, I get in my Gastro versus this. And now the poison is gonna do its work. But from here, the reason I also wanted spikes up versus his team is like the Weavile. Makes it much easier, more difficult for the Infernape to come in, and now I just go Espion again. I don't really care if he clicks Dragon Tail. He does try to get up rocks, but he's not gonna get past this. And yeah, from here the game is just pretty much over, because I should be able to. I think I click Psychic or Wish here or Protect here. There's no. It doesn't make sense to click wish there because he's just gonna Dragon Tail. And from here I do click Psychic. Pretty sure. And yeah, he clicks Dual Chop, so it surprises me there, but I get off my Psychic because consider this, guys. That guard jump just used Dragon Tail, Dual Chop, Stealth Rock, and Earthquake. So that's his set. But yeah, I get off my Psychic against him, and yeah, the poison is gonna do its work. And I should be able to just go for the Protect here. Because if he switches out, he's gonna die to hazards. If he stays in, he's gonna die to the poison, and he cannot get up rocks versus me. So we get a nice little Protect off here. I think in his situation, you should always try to click rocks there, in case I do swap. Because the rocks are already up, so it cannot get worse by clicking rocks. But yeah, guard jump dies. I have double hazards up. He doesn't have hazards. I have 2 layers of spikes. Like, this game is pretty much over. He goes into the Porygon, which is gonna die to Psychic from here. So I should be able to just click Psychic on him. Espion really putting him into the dirt right here. Like, my opponent basically getting 6 out right now. And these hazards are just going to destroy him. Our Dragonite ends up coming in, and we have a full HP Mandibuzz, which can easily take this on. So we'll just swap into him. He decides to forfeit, knowing that he cannot beat us. And that is GG. Well played. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'm on my way to 5,000 subscribers. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. If you are interested in the team, you can check it out on Patreon. There's a Poke-based plus team building video. And yeah, join our Discord server as well if you'd like to discuss this game. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.